Well, it's been a while, but guess it calls for it. Bottoms up. Oh, buckle up.
We're lucky to be alive.
Whoa! Stop! Don't come any closer.
It's a girl.
Girl! Oh my gosh, girl. I'm sorry.
No, blonde hair.
I've just never seen a girl before.
Who are you?
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to my channel and time for another episode of Luke's Reviews. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about a film that has been long delayed and is yet another entry into this young adult dystopian series. It's got Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in Chaos Walking. Oh, dearie me. This film is set way into the future, on a distant planet where the human race have moved to, except this planet causes the male species to have their thoughts spoken aloud, and the women appear to have completely died off. Tom Holland's character suddenly runs into Daisy Ridley's character, the first female he's ever seen, and they must work together to keep her safe. My alcohol tolerance is non-existent right now. Right then, I feel like we've been down this road hundreds of times before. The young adult dystopian subgenre that was just rife in movies in the early 2010s, it's still going. And the only way that you can really stand out with this genre now is that if you are doing something fundamentally different and original. So I'll let you guess as to whether Chaos Walking does anything different or original. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. In fact, it goes completely to the other extreme, where it is literally checking off every single box that can be checked for a movie of this kind. It adheres to every single component that you've seen in every single young adult movie before it. And it does it shamelessly. This film demonstrates probably my least favourite quality about some films, and that is when you have lazy, creatively uninspired filmmaking. Doug Liman, who is a great director, adds nothing to this film. Visually, it's ugly. It's awash with a very dull colour palette that adds no vibrancy, no life, no energy to this movie when it is so desperately calling for it. The action scenes are bland. There is a half-decent chase, but that's about it. The editing is abysmal, chopping scenes together without any coherent plan that drags on. This movie has an insultingly slow pace. There came a point where I thought that it was beginning to wrap things up, and then I realised that I still had over half an hour left. But the worst offender for me was the noise itself. The noise is basically meant to be this big CGI swirling cloud representing the inner thoughts being vocalized for the male characters on this planet. It looks cheap. It is such a lazy choice to go with, and quite aptly, especially in the opening act where you're kind of introduced to this community of men, it's just noise. It is just thoughts talking over one another. You cannot make sense of what is being said, but yet you do feel like you're being expected to pay attention. The whole thing's a mess. There could have been a way to make this creative and interesting, but the sole purpose of the noise is to just outline these characters' inner thoughts and spoon feed us information. And we come back to the same word. Lazy. These actors are saddled with the most mundane material. They are dealt flat, one-dimensional characters that they can't fully explore because all of their motivations, all of the thoughts that they're meant to be keeping inside are just being vomited out at us. Tom Holland is a charismatic leading man, but he has not had the best of luck with the projects that he's doing outside of the MCU, and this perhaps is the worst. Daisy Ridley is also a really likeable presence in the films that she stars in, but here we know nothing about her character, therefore we feel nothing towards her. And Matt Mikkelsen, I mean, this man is one of the most sensational actors working today, and all he really gets to do in the film is ride a horse and wear a fur coat looking like a pimp. Not. Oh, it's gone everywhere. Oh, no, not. It's gone up my nose. I hated this film. I hated how lazily it treated its characters. I hated how lazily it treated the world it didn't even bother attempting to build. And I hated how lazily it trod on every single trope within this subgenre without even the courtesy to try anything different or attempt to be original. For your own good, I strongly advise you to avoid this at all costs. Maybe, just maybe, it can send a message that this kind of filmmaking just can't be tolerated anymore. I'm going to give Chaos Walking a 1.5 out of 10. Anyway guys, those were my thoughts on Chaos Walking. Let me know, have you had a chance to see the film yet? What did you think? I was not a fan, but I am interested to hear your opinions on the film. And my question to you, Chaos Walking probably stands as one of my least favourite films of 2021 so far, so what is your least favourite film of 2021 so far? Anyway guys, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. It went up my nose. Hello, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure to click that like button, and if you aren't already, click that subscribe button too.